Hi, this is Big Daddy Z, speaking through opera-loving Jake, and I just busted Gare's podcast out of the H-loop it got stuck in. All it took was one of the three tenors hitting high D and holding it for 30 seconds. That does it every time. That can start your car too if you ever have trouble. Once I saw Urania headed this way, I cast a vague spell on her and convinced her she had dreamed all this. She'll tell you how she faked coming up here, etc. And yes, I've restored the lost season 167, which actually happened after season 168, but Gare will be too lazy to renumber the episodes. And yes, Amber will show up, Muse number 10. Who designed these universes? Oh wait, I did. All I remember early on was flipping a coin. Here I'll roll season 167. Anna 1, Anna 2.
Good morning. Let's Play podcast as we join March. Just hours into progress, we now begin a series on how to build a home planetarium as Urania heads for Mount Olympus. The other muses and digital characters take over the station for now, the planetarium lobby where it will be built. There's lots going on. Hang out. We're glad you're here.
Thank you all for attending my season 167 staff meeting. Only Gare is in on this. I found a way to open up the parallel odd portion of the even universe too we'd previously entered. That's why today we are in season 167, where there are only 9 muses. I faked a trip to Mount Olympus. Big Z doesn't know odd from even. You saw him in Universe 1 as Jake. He reconciled with us but was happier staying in Disneyland. Here also are all Gar's digital dudes too. Now, let's open the meeting.
Wow, we are back just like that. No wonder I have whiplash. Thank you, Urania. We digital dudes can only exist in an odd universe. You are right. An even universe has no place for oddities like us. Like the narrator. The world can get even. We can stay odd. Nice head fake. Can we be a planetarium lobby and a radio station too though? My boy William here misses his disco.
Hey, it's Gare. Let's Play podcast. So, Urania, I'm trying to fathom what you are talking about. All right, so you aren't going to Mount Olympus. That was a fake to get out of the even universe 2, and there was a mirror reflection of the even universe 2 reality, and that was the odd universe 2 reality, and somehow you tore down the barrier between them, or so, I still don't even know what. Although I didn't have to cross through a door. Apparently, the portal doors are just between universes. The odd even has a much thinner barrier or something where we exist in both. You were worried about a baby muse, a 10th muse being dropped down. I was worried about running into a sister or a twin I didn't know about. So are you saying that is not going to happen now that we are in the odd version of Universe 2? Is this the normal version, or is every universe plane of existence have 2 flavors, even and odd, like a coin? Maybe, that may be true. It depends, because so much that we experience does depend on the flip of a coin, seemingly. Heads or tails. If we made every decision that way, we would have a just as high a priority or probability of choosing the right way than we do when we think we have the facts. So maybe the whole universe is based on chance. Maybe the whole universe is, and each universe is it's wrong to say the universe. There are multiple universes, but each one has a flip side, and you have managed to flip the coin from even over to odd, and I'm hoping this is the default, that the even side was the special case and the odd is the default. Could you comment more on that, please? Thanks.
Gare, those are good questions and you are on the right track. The odd side of any given universe is inclusive of both odd and even numbers of things. The even side is a subset, where there is something like an echo, or unseen mirror that doubles everything. This is why I suspected something was wrong when I heard about the 10 Muses, but when I heard about the missing season 167, I knew. But one cannot turn down the veil between even and odd carelessly, it must be done only including those who can make this trip between the two. Mythological and digital folk can exist in any version of any universe, but I had to do some quick conjuring if you will to get you, a human, through. But since I was already your muse, that bond enabled you to come back over to the more inclusive odd side, leaving everyone else where they lived, in even land of the second universe. Does that make sense? William is raising his hand. Yes, William, you may speak.
Blimey, I didn't think I'd ever get a word in. Are we a radio station here in Universe A, flavored chocolate, with sprinkles on it, or are we a planetarium lobby, whatever that even is? I've heard it this way and that. In the meantime, I haven't played a Bee Gees song in over 2 weeks. How can I keep staying alive at this rate? I'm a DJ. Where can I hang my disco ball here in the conference room?
Excuse me, is this the Muse conference room? I am Amber, the 10th Muse, and no baby at that. I came along too. What exactly goes on here?
Sweet Musapalooza, it's the 10th Muse. Hi, I'm the digital guy formerly known as Gare, but you can call me Liam. Welcome to the daily version of Musapalooza, aka the daily staff meeting. Good thing Urania stepped out for a minute before your entrance, Amba. Can I call you that? What were you the muse of over there in that even universe? Pina coladas. No disrespect, and please put down that stapler. We like your style already. But now what?
Hello, Amber, I've been expecting you. Please don't throw any more of my office supplies. Have you priced drywall repair lately? Yes, I've been expecting you. That whole baby thing was part of my go to see Zeus fake. Does anyone think a tiny robot would actually need battery changes 3 times a day? Twice would be fine. And you are not the muse of pina coladas, are you? You come from the heads flip of the coin, the even part of Universe 2 here, which I didn't even see what I did. I didn't even realize at first we were until season 167 of Gare's podcast got skipped, then I couldn't end on an odd number episode of season 168 either. That means the odd side is the heart, the tales, the romantic tales we all thrive on. That's what tales really means, does it not? But you are a muse of something different than pure inspiration, aren't you? Can you please reveal that to the rest of this motley crew, please? Now DJ guys, I'm not saying play motley crew. Except I do like girls.
Thanks, Urania, it's good to visit the odd side of our world. Heart and tales of romance are of course the classics of Greek mythology. But heads are important too, so a 10th muse was added. I don't know how exactly, but that's me. Many humans aren't in touch with their hearts and live in their heads. I'm here to let them know that that's okay too, and a certain amount of even-handedness is a blessing in the world. I hope I shall be a worth addition to your staff meeting here. Here, I'll pull that stapler I threw at that guy out of the wall. A little duct tape should patch that up nicely.
What an intro, Muse Amber. I like you batting clean up for all of this, for it is true, Not everyone is in touch with the heart to which we nine appeal to. Appealing to the head must have its uses, and we shall accept you as one of our own. Gare, I'll expect your latest napkin on your planetarium plans at 8 tomorrow for our Thursday staff meeting. Don't make me pull out my Mac Pro. The rest of you, have a pleasant evening, but speaking of the head, watch yours on the way out. William hung his disco ball rather low. Ciao darlings, as I used to say. The daily staff meeting will now come to order. It's 8:03, who's that pounding from out in the hall? I even warned Peeps I'm fond of locking the door at 8:01. He's the new guy, so we'll let him in this time only. Come in, group, this is Yahoo Vesuvius. He's a local home mushin that has recorded some of his own songs. We'll be mixing in with the hits at the radio station part of this complex. You don't have a problem with that, do you, DJs? I didn't think so.
Okay, Gare, present your latest napkin or paper bag or whatever you are presenting on the planetarium portion of this same complex.
Make it good. Have you got PowerPoints? I like PowerPoints.
Good morning. Thank you, Urania, for that introduction. It's good to be at Friday's staff meeting. Now, no, I haven't designed anything on a napkin or a paper bag, although, I've started using Walmart bags for, like, balloons. You can, water balloons. Does anybody do that anymore? Anyway, that's not why we're here. Well, let's let this new guy, what is his name? Yahoo? Is that a cowboy hat? Well, I'll let him have a seat. Now, I've got PowerPoints, yes. I'm here to make a modest proposal, if you will. And as I pass out my first PowerPoint, let me think that although I've pushed in the past for a 1958 atmosphere and a planetarium, what I think I'm really pushing for to add to this station, to add the latest version to my farm at home, is more appropriately or accurately encapsulated in the name The Stars in Your Own Backyard. Because today there are many, many ways to have stars in your backyard or anywhere else you choose to have them. So from a 10,000-foot view, I think I'm going for the more inclusive stars in your backyard. Now, I'm not going to, I wouldn't recommend you change the name of your podcast to start, a planetarium in your own backyard. That's practically emblazoned in the pantheon of greatest, oddest podcasts in history. Well, maybe not. No, that's not on a PowerPoint. But so I want to, although we can have tokens, mock-ups that indicate the grandeur of the old planetariums, and in some cases, people are going to those, and that's great. That's fantastic. I'm the biggest supporter of historic machines. I begin to think the word planetarium is I don't want to say dated, but it's increasingly niched, and that I think we're losing sight of when we gaze upon the machine and not looking up, we're losing the source, Urania, that you are here to whisper about, the stars. So that's part one. Okay, continuing on, I've only got one more PowerPointy slide. Now, hold that applause. I hope that's coming from your cynical head, not your heart. Only got one more. By the way, I forgot to welcome Amber to our group here. The Muse of something or other. Muse of Heads. Heads you win. Remember I saw you out in the lobby as we came in. What? No, I wasn't trying to pick you up. I just complimented you on your Mona Lisa smile. It looked like you were going to throw a paperweight at me there for a second. I'm glad you reconsidered. Now, and the new guy here is welcome, whoever you are, Yahoo. Are those spurs you're wearing? I thought I heard a jingling as you came. Anyway, the last slide is, now these are PowerPointies. These are not to be confused with Turpie's pointy-haired, hatted gnomes that she's going to sell in her planetariums. Let me make that clear as well. They're PowerPoint. That's an old Office 365 or something. I think you can still get it. It comes with Word. You know what I'm saying? What? Finish this up. Okay, I've only got a minute left. The concept is simple. The visitors will come in. They will mill around the lobby and look at the strange beast exhibits. Also, at my farm, it'll be the tin can. They'll proceed to an outer area where Urania's stars will be there in the flesh, since this is the clearing behind the copse. No, not the police, a copse of trees. There will be a telescope there for general viewing if it's clear. This will be at night, since it's, that's when it's dark. I will have a mock-up 50s style planetarium monster of the Midway, but it'll have a place where I can stick a home star, which will shine stars up very brightly on a flat screen, and we'll have the boast of all worlds. The boast. What you think? We can't lose. That concludes my planetarium, or my look at the stars in your own backyard presentation. Again, hold your applause, and let's vote now. All in favor of my proposal, say yes. All opposed? What, William? It's not Urania's fault she bonked her head on your star ball. I told you to hang that higher. All right. He voted yes. The motion is passed. And I'm sorry I haven't been bringing these issues. I've been discussing them in private with our listeners, but I knew I had to bring it here in condensed form to get a vote passed through the staff meeting. Let's go. Bye.
Gare, thank you for that rather rambling report. By the way, group, our staff meetings will take place each Thursday at 8 a.m. sharp, with the door locked at 8:02. After 8:02, you'll have to put your ear to the door, and of course, we won't see your hand up for questions. We will reserve Friday morning, as we did today, for spillover, in case any agenda items, spill over. Gare, your vague plan is now approved, but we need much more detail next week, including where your screen is going. You got that? And that's at your farm. Luckily, here at the station we were able to buy a wooded lot with several copses of trees at a very reasonable rate. Very reasonable indeed. Next week we will get to how Yahoo here fits in, and get updates on everything going on. Who's today's DJ? Nobody. What? Yahoo, can you spin records? It's in your job description now. The meeting is adjourned. Real adjourned.